EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Which of these 0-3 teams will visit the win column for the first time? We'll see. We're underway here in Week 4. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
One of the surprises of the first round, the Seattle Seahawks selected running back Rashad Penny out of San Diego State. Highly regarded, but most people thought he would go in the second round.
But he did have an incredible senior year at San Diego State. Over 2,200 yards, 23 touchdowns.
He resembles Marshawn Lynch in build, but has the ability to take it the distance as well. Had 7 kick returns during his career at San Diego State for touchdowns.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's Carson. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Let's get
it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Seahawks.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. On first down. It's Carson, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go, D. Watch the shot. Watch the shot. One left.
They run it with Carson. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Cardinals take over.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check hot route. Hot, hot. 49, guys. Mike, 49. All day. Watch that.
A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Check right. Kill.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. 49 to Mike. Watch 49. Get your swerve on. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Here we go.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Completing it to the right side. Johnson breaks the tackle. Now an alley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Joker. Check nickel. Check 31. Check 31. Check 13. Check 13.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Hey. Check. Shit. Check 37. Check 37.
And some room to run now. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Fresno.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Don't get nervous.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
Here we go. 46 yards. Too little, come on. 49 the mic. Watch 49. Yeah, that's what I do. 49, guys. Mike, 49. They gonna need some therapy.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He finds his man Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
1st down, Seahawks.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Carson, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
What? Full 80. March 43. Got it.
Wilson, after the play fake to Carson, steps away. He lets it fly from Lockett. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
Now it's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a third straight All-Pro season.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 11 yards there, first down. Before this season started, Johnson said this new offensive system would allow him to really be effective in the passing game. He actually likened it to 2016 when he had almost 900 receiving yards. He said one of his goals is to become the 3rd player in league history to hit 1,000 yards rushing and receiving in the same season. They also noted that he's really comfortable in this scheme. It's like his college days at Northern Iowa when he was part of a team that based out of a shotgun with a running quarterback. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
From the gun, Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's go. Mark 54.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh?
Let's go.
That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Check. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Yeah, you don't want none.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, watch the slant. March 43. March, reload. Let's get it together, defense.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. It's caught, Lockett, and able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run the screen with Carson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6.
43 is the mic, boys. 43. Check. 43. Hey, here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
3 bucks.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Fight. 280. Who that? One left.
Tap right. We got three, fellas. We got three.
Third and 2, now Wilson. And he's got his target. That's more. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Let's go.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
Fight. 380.
Minus 43. Hey, come on up.
Fight.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Slam. Check safety.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They can't hang with us. 49's the mic. Watch 49.
It's coming this way. Here we go.
From the 38, Murray. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
I got you. Check three.
Sponge. No.
Delta. 49. Mike 49. Know your job.
49. 49's the mic. I got him.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And that will be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey, you got 3, 3 down.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. From the gun, a give to Penny. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
25. 43 the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Crabtree, the intended receiver.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now Rashad Penny, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
I'll go special. Run left. Tempo.
Now it's Wilson. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Lucky. Go 14. Friday.
After the penalty, it's Penny. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a give, right side. It's Carson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Alert.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's now 4th down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check four.
Alert. Good.
58 to Mike. Rip right. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Jim. Watch out right there. Aim. Hayward.
23 is the Mike. We got it.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43.
Hey, alert.
Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson got his man complete over the middle. It's Howard. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 17-yard line.
14.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Good. Motion. 49, check 49, check 24, check 24. Check 99, check 99. Out. Kill.
This is Carson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and goal at the Cardinals' 8-yard line.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Play out. Check, crouch. Check. Look left. Check.
Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point.
Zebra.
They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Cardinals take over at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first.
And got his man complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Go 14. Easy.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's go double count right here. Double count. Where? You got tight. You got tight. Check.
Wilson now on 3rd and 2. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Let's go. Do it.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Check the hot read. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Now Murray, able to shake him off. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Keep it up. Big end. Watch the end.
Murray sets to throw on fourth, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Mike, 380. 43. Check the out, check the out, check the out. Alert. Slam. Under 10, under. Rush in. Right, 0. Hey, alert. 25, check 25.
On first down, Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Seahawks on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Wilson. The quick slant caught, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 32. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got one. Whip. Watch the whip.
First down, Murray. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Murray. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They're going for it. It's Murray. Steps away to his left. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. So the victory here for Seattle. And I know I'm not breaking. Win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
Yeah, but it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for the Seahawks, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.